Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR Today. It's Tuesday morning. It's May the 11th, 2021. Boy, Linda K, this month has been flying. I'm the man they call Meathead, and bringing in once again for this beautiful morning is the lovely Linda K. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning, Meathead. You are correct when you say this month has been flying by. I mean, it was just Cinco de Mayo, and
yeah, Cinco de Mayo is gone already, and next holiday up is Memorial Day, and that's a big day for the man they call Meathead. Not because I'm a big Memorial Day celebrator or a Labor Day celebrator, but I am able to manipulate a work schedule to get a bunch of days off in a row. So it's a big weekend for me.
Wow. Memorial weekend, I know I'm kind of looking way ahead here, but as we just said, it will fly by. But Memorial weekend, not only is that AEW Double or Nothing on Sunday, May 30th, but it's also our next GLCW show.
Yeah.
Up in Dundee, Wisconsin, not too far from you, Meathead.
That's right. I love it. So maybe I'll have to make a reason to get it down to GLCW. I know a couple of people who think I can get in a building for free.
I think so too, especially since it's outside for this one. I guess I just have to get past the gates, but I think you know enough people to get by.
I have to figure it out. You never know. I mean, I could be like Bobby Heenan trying to get into Raw, still standing outside even though he's on the damn show.
You got to put on some costumes too, a wig.
Oh, I mean, we call that Tuesday, so.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Speaking about what happens on Tuesday mornings, Linda K., who is our sponsor?
Our sponsor, the wonderful Collar and Elbow. Make sure to go to collarandelbowbrand.com. Check out the spring styles, the spring sale, and use promo code Linda K. That's LINDAKAY for 10% off your order. Lots to check out. Make sure to go to collarandelbowbrand.com and get some of the latest and greatest in wrestling street fashions.
Nice. Make yourself look good like Dave the Zohan here, all right?
Oh, yeah.
I missed the Zohan. You got to see him this weekend at GLCW. I haven't seen the Zohan in a minute. So, hell, who knows? I might have to wait till GLCW on Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk. We've got Raw last night. Now, I apologize for being a bit of a pessimist when it's come to Raw over the last how many weeks. You know, there was a couple of weeks ago where I said I actually enjoyed Raw, and then last week's was kind of a wah, wah, wah. Last night, I think was entertaining to me because I saw people return. I saw returns, I saw new debuts, and I saw returns. So, Linda, let's get talking about Monday Night Raw from last night.
Yeah.
First off, the show gets started with, excuse me. I thought I had my results in front of me, and I do not. I apologize. Let us talk. I clicked on it, it said results, and it showed me a preview instead. Let's talk about what happened last night on Raw. It's my first day.
No, we've discussed it, the go-home show to WrestleMania Backlash.
First, see, this is what a real good partner does. She's going to stall while I look up the results.
Second to, of course, WrestleMania. This is the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania that's going to be on the Peacock. And we've discussed this before, like, why is it being called WrestleMania Backlash in lieu of just Backlash? And I still feel a lot of it has to do with getting more of the, general audience to tune in more. Like, if you put that WrestleMania logo on an event, that's going to attract more eyes immediately. Mm-hmm. And last night's show, I liked it. It got things moving along for me as well.
Yeah, and it opened up with a match for the first time in a long time. It opened up with a match instead of like an interview segment.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that amazing? What it looks like when it leads with a match. It was a 6-woman match, and it was Asuka, Mandy Rose, and Dana Brooke taking on the team of Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, and Shayna Baszler.
With
Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. What do you think of them as a tag team?
On paper, or I should say on TV, on the screen?
Sure. On the screen.
Tremendous. They look amazing together. Gorgeous, both fit, pretty similar physiques as well.
That's kind of where I was going to lead you towards. Has Dana Brooke's physique gotten bigger?
Perhaps.
I'm just saying. I think there's something there. I think she's an amazing talent, And I can't wait for her to really get, I mean, even though she's been given the break, I can't wait for her to break through the glass ceiling that's over her right now, because I think she's incredibly talented. I think Mandy Rose will be a great tag team partner, but I feel like, maybe her balance is off a little bit.
I think if they want to make her a stronger single star again, let her talk more. Let her give her more TV time. Maybe make her a heel. Got to change things up a
So
little
she would
bit.
turn on Mandy. She would have to.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, 6-woman tag. Charlotte Flair, by the way, the last, since she's been back the last month, roughly, right after WrestleMania, looks amazing. She has a new look, a new demeanor, and whatever she's doing, she's working with some sort of wardrobe person, because she's got this long, sleeky look that she's got going on here. She looks venomous, to be honest with you, and it is working.
It's almost more poised.
Even way poised.
She is still a tremendous heel.
Yes.
Every week, these promos that she cuts, and her look too. Of course, in ring, that's the queen, Charlotte Flair. But as you mentioned, just her outfits. She's wearing heels. That changes something up. Even her hair being straightened. It's just a whole another look, a whole other side. And her coming back from that brief hiatus. It's always best to do something a little different, a little change, but still maintain that dominance that she always has done. So yeah, kudos to
And Charlotte. The new thing that she's doing, where is she psychologically controlling?
Yes.
Sonya Deville.
Absolutely. That's what we're seeing. I foresee that continuing. I don't know. I feel like as if Sonya does something that's not in Charlotte's favor, that I think this is another moment where Charlotte's going to have her hands on another WWE official.
I think so. Yeah. The winner of the match, Asuka, Dana Brooke, and Mandy Rose. Flair ran in, levels Asuka from behind. Flair is literally trying to work her way into, now she's already in the match, but work her way into having weakened opponents for this Sunday's WrestleMania Backlash. I want to go to the back, and I want to talk Riddle and RKO Bro hanging out with the New Day, because they're going to be in an 8-man tag. Wow. I mean, just wow. It's like, bro, did you see his face with tomatoes on? You guys ever watch SpongeBob SquarePants? Yeah, that was fantastic. I mean, I actually, you said something before we went on air, and I want you to elaborate on it right now. I actually was very entertained by all of that.
Right. I will say one thing I've been enjoying most about the more recent Monday Night Raws are the backstage segments. It's not necessarily the backstage interviews, but just the interaction between the superstars. I mean, as we've seen last night, for example, pairings, 8-man tags, 6-man tags, or female tag matches as well. And so you're getting that additional interaction that's been drawing in some comedy, which I'm digging. I mean, even something. I mean, we saw it last night too. I'm jumping ahead here, but
it's okay.
With the roses, like just.
Oh yeah, and we had to rewatch that rose being inserted into poor Drew Gulak.
Yeah, I jumped ahead there, but just that interaction with the superstars themselves draws me in a bit more. I mean, SmackDown even. I'm just going to jump back a little bit more. The whole thing with Roman Reigns too, how it's just him in the room, and you got Heyman just doing everything he needs, bringing whoever he wants in back. So I'm digging that. But with Raw especially, they're bringing more of a comedic factor, and that's good. Keep the show moving that way. If we're feeling a little drawn out from the matches, or the matches where it's like for example, again, 6-woman tag, later we get another tag match out of that. So I think the transitions,
and they reused Asuka later in the night too.
Yeah, so the transitions to move the show along have been better, and it's been less recaps with the resurgence of these backstage segments, which I'm digging it. Riddle, I mean, come on, he's been hilarious.
Killing it right now.
Absolutely,
they are absolutely killing it. One more backstage that I want to talk about was Damien Priest, Scrap Daddy, Adam Pearce, John Morrison, and The Miz. Go ahead, tell us. Say it. I want to hear you say the words that came out of Morrison's mouth.
something along the lines of
Better go get a towel or something.
no, that you're facing the moistiest
Oh,
superstar ever in the WWE. Something along those lines, because
by the way,
Johnny
that's going to be the
DripDrip.
title of this episode: the moistiest superstar ever.
Oh, if you're gonna take a soundbite out of any of our episodes, that might be the one.
Yeah, the moistiest superstar ever, comma Undertaker KO promotion. Yeah, and then yeah, the moistiest. Yeah. Jinder Mahal returns.
Yeah.
Not only is the modern day Maharaja, you don't want to hinder Jinder. He's got two friends with him. It's Veer and Shanky. Now, I was very interested to. I have caption playing when I watch wrestling here because the kids can be loud and I want to hear what they have to say. I was very interested to watch caption to see if they were going to be able to spell Jinder, for one. Well, how would they say Veer and how would they say Shanky?
Shanky.
They got Shanky right. They got Jinder right. Veer kept coming up as Fear.
Okay.
But these are two menacing looking dudes. They are of Indian descent, I believe, when we had the last Super Show out towards India. These guys, I think, are huge stars, and it's time that they made the big roster. Your thoughts?
Yes, and aligning them with the return of Jinder Mahal, I think that is tremendous. The three of them together look amazing. They look like stars.
They look like stars. Absolutely.
Jinder coming back. Yeah, that was a surprise to me. It was nice to see him because, Jinder is a star himself, as we know, and he's, with the exception of that special India episode a couple months ago, haven't seen him based on WWE programming. And it really, I didn't hear anything about him making a big return as of late. So that was a nice surprise.
He had debuted. He had run a match on Main Event, I think, last week when he introduced Veer and Shanky. But again, Main Event doesn't necessarily equal, big, show call up. So
yeah, that it is. After WrestleMania, we didn't see too many debuts on the Raw after Mania, so why not continue with that and shake things up?
Hey, Riker and Elias hanging out with AJ and almost squeezing tomatoes in his hand, and AJ says that they hate tomatoes. Literally, what's going on there? There's more of that comedy that you were talking about, but from a heel side.
Yeah. AJ Styles, hilarious. We knew that. We said it when they got into that feud with the New Day for the, as it was leading up to that title match at Mania. Yeah. And he just continues to amaze me. And it's funny because Omos, he's this beast, this huge beast, but just smashing the tomatoes with his hands like that did something. And it shows another light because, even there was that one segment where Omos was naming off the colors. Remember a couple of rounds ago. So I like that they're continuing with that kind of side. Because one of these days, I feel that Omos is just going to get ticked off big. Whether it be AJ Styles that ends up angering him or whatnot, but we're gonna see this other side of Omos. But on the good side, however, this monster Omos that he can definitely come out to be.
8-man tag, RK Bro and the New Day taking on AJ Styles, almost the Raw Tag Team Champions, and Elias and Jackson Riker. There was action all over the place. Here's the thing: at the end, Randy Orton hits the RKO on Elias. Randy did not like the laughing between him and his tag team partners of the match and Matt Riddle. So after he hits Elias with the RKO, he hits Xavier with the RKO, he hits Kofi with the RKO, and lets RK Bro tag team partner Matt Riddle go. That Matt Riddle is Matthew Thomas's Matthew to watch in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say that right? Hot damn.
Yeah, you did. It is Matthew Thomas's Matthew to watch. Yes.
Wow. I just put over that segment. Nice.
Hashtag.
Sheamus took on Humberto Carrillo, and this is a no contest. But to be honest, it wasn't a contest I wanted to watch. It's been the same thing. Sheamus has been working Carrillo for 4 weeks now.
Well, I'm guessing Humberto Carrillo will have the tides turn into his favor eventually, maybe, just to
Maybe.
kind of help elevate him. I mean, Sheamus with the title is awesome, but does he necessarily need it right now? Just,
Right. And he hasn't done anything with it.
yeah, just these open challenges to the same guy that he keeps beating up.
Right. Exactly. Well, Mansoor, he had last week. So,
that's right. But
who also debuted from India.
Came out, so
yeah. Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. I was expecting to see this match this week. We got it. And, Corey Graves had a great line. It's a line I've loved for years and years. You know what? He may have taught, Cedric Alexander everything he knows, but he didn't teach him everything that he knows. Does that make sense? Cedric Alexander learned everything from Shelton, but Shelton didn't teach him everything that he knows. I thought that was a great line. And, Shelton Benjamin winning the match with a T-bone suplex out of nowhere for the pin to win. So your thoughts on where they go now with Shelton and Cedric?
I mean, I'm a big Shelton Benjamin fan. I did hear Corey Graves say that, so thanks for bringing that up because that is very true. I'm glad Shelton got the win. As far as what to do next with them, I'm guessing maybe another match or two to kind of settle the score, but
yeah,
I want to see more Shelton Benjamin just zoom on up because I'm liking that they are getting this chance to elevate each star, but I'm seeing things more in Shelton's favor. I think that they can create a new feud for him that's outside of Cedric. I get that he was supposed to be the cocky, arrogant youngster in that match, but he did it well. But so that was another reason why I was rooting for Shelton. But I think they can give it another match or two and then part ways.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
All right, so in a backstage segment, we see Charlotte manipulate Sonya Deville into getting a match between Asuka and Rhea Ripley. Asuka had already wrestled a match. She's going to wrestle another match against the Raw Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. Nothing really big in here. Charlotte comes out, obviously, mid-match, does commentary, stares each other down. They're going to have the three-way match this Sunday at WrestleMania Backlash. But you know what? Small thing that caught my ear, not my eye. Ripley yelling, "Give me my championship." Instead of "hand me my belt," or she yells, "Give me my championship." They are the performers are so ingrained that you do not win belts. Belts hold up pants. You win championships.
Yeah.
And Rhea yelling out, "Give me my championship," literally ring throughout my ears.
Yeah. I guess the exception of Becky 2 belts.
Right.
You can't say belt.
Yeah. And, Bayley 2 belts and Bayley 3 belts. And
no, Bayley dos straps.
Those straps, yeah. But it was Becky 2 belts. So, Or Becky was the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion, who we should see any day now. I really do believe that she's on her way.
Yeah, definitely. I want to say SummerSlam, that'd be too much of a stretch because she can come back even sooner. I think they need to have her.
I think we're ready for her.
More. Yeah.
I think actually after the Bayley Bianca Belair match is where we go with that, or do we go Rhea Ripley?
I was going to say Charlotte, and do we get Charlotte and Becky again if Charlotte wins this weekend?
Right. So who knows? Damien Priest and John Morrison. John Morrison took the match to determine the stipulation of the Miz Damien Priest match this Sunday. Morrison wins. Miz gets to name it. Priest wins. Priest names it. Morrison loses to Damien Priest, goes backstage right away with the bad audio. I don't know what happened. I barely heard that. All I heard was scratchy microphones, but what I heard was a lumberjack match. And that lumberjack match, you can bring people from Raw, you can bring them from SmackDown. I'm tired of the Miz running away. And honestly, this is something that's been going on since the Royal Rumble. Damien Priest hasn't really had his one-on-one with the Miz. It happens this Sunday at WrestleMania Backlash.
Finally. That's a really good point. I was thinking when I heard that he was calling for a lumberjack match, I was like, of any stipulation, you pick lumberjack. But bring up a really great point. He hasn't had that one-on-one match with the Miz. Finally, he'll get his chance to get his hands on the Miz. And I think we'll see more of that showcasing of Damien Priest that we deserve to see. Like him on his own.
He's a star. And, when that PWR draft comes up this Sunday, I'm willing to bet he goes pretty high in the draft order. So,
ooh, indeed.
Winner by DQ in the main event of Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman was Drew McIntyre winning by DQ. Braun Strowman is the man left standing tall over McIntyre in the ring, and he also took Lashley through the guardrail on the side. That does not bode well for Braun Strowman on Sunday. I do not see him winning the match just because he went over last night.
Yeah, I mean, as we've discussed, I think all of us we could go with that addition of Braun Strowman into this triple threat match, but Bobby Lashley's just still on that roll. I think he will dominate, actually, even over with Drew McIntyre. I know we were hoping, many of us, hoping Drew could have got his WrestleMania moment, but
yeah,
I just feel Lashley's just on that roll. I think they need to keep it on him and keep things moving with the Almighty.
I think so too. Let's talk a little bit of NXT before we get out of here this morning. Tonight on NXT, the NXT heavyweight champion of the world, the NXT champion, Karrion Kross, take on Austin Theory. Karrion Kross, Austin Theory. Austin Theory's going to get his ass whipped tonight. I'm sorry, it's coming. There's an ass whipping on deck.
Yeah, but I think it's good. I mean, it started last week. You know, I know you and Matthew talked about it when Austin noticed some items, if you will, on Charlotte that caught her attention. Obviously, caught Karrion Kross's attention. You know, and there's so many guys going after Karrion Kross. We saw it in NXT last week when we had Finn Balor in the ring, Kyle O'Reilly, Pete Dunne. Having Austin Theory in here to kind of get that push again to really show how dominating Karrion Kross is, because he hasn't had a match since winning the title at TakeOver.
Right.
Let's get a reminder and just how strong and dangerous Karrion Kross is. And Austin Theory, yeah, I believe he's going to get an ass whooping, but I think it'll be very entertaining. And I'm a fan of Austin Theory. I think he'll make it very entertaining. But it's kind of that next step into who Karrion Kross will eventually face at the next TakeOver, which I don't know if there's a date set for that.
I didn't know. I didn't check yet. I know we'll have that stuff all lined up, ready to go for the draft this Sunday, right before WrestleMania Backlash. A couple more things to look forward to tonight. I think we get more Cameron Grimes to the moon.
And Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase. Damn you, DiBiase.
Everybody got a price.
I never knew that Cameron Grimes was that entertaining when he was in TNA.
Yeah.
I never thought of it.
I didn't even think it was, you know, up until the whole $1 billion gimmick.
Well, right before the $1 billion gimmick where he was being chased around. But Dexter Lumis, you and them zombies.
Okay, that was funny too. I forgot about that
one.
But just the way they've been filming these segments of $1 Million Man, just the camera shots too, like outside the club, zooming up, like no or why or whatever it was, every time. So I'm looking forward to this next interjection of $1 Million Man and Cameron Grimes tonight as well.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm just having fun trying to do a Cameron Grimes impression. I think my voice is close. It might not be perfect, but I'm pretty close. Kiss my grits.
It's much better than my impersonation, which I do say to
do it.
To the moon.
To the moon. Ah, that's good stuff. I need more L.A. Knight. Yeah, because he's already doing commercials with Ric Flair. Did you see these commercials where Ric Flair is selling insurance? That's L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
In a janitor's outfit. Let me talk to you.
Wait, in a janitor outfit? Like our pal Cal Hero being a janitor?
Well, I mean, I don't think he's costing people matches right now. So
okay. Gotcha.
But we need to see more, and I need to see more Dexter Lumis. Because I'm telling you.
The whole Indie Heart. Well, I will say last week it was hilarious when Candace was trying to hide his artwork and she had to close the blinds.
Right.
I don't know why I found that so funny, but
it's funny, but it was weird to me that the glow didn't go away. You know, when she turned the blinds, the glow just stayed there.
Glow, there we go again.
We
talked about glow, remember?
That's right. I keep bringing up glow like we're going to have that special edition PWR Today episode of Glow Wrestling. So
it'll be if we can find an episode kind of like how you and Matthew would call out those Monday Nitros.
Oh, those were the days. I miss that. Play a little, California Love with Tupac and Dr. Dre. California. Oh yeah, I missed those. Those were fun. We were
Well,
just
I know
to the sweet spot too in the WCW.
Oh, well, I do know the Glow theme song pretty much word for word. So perhaps someday.
Okay, all right. So yeah, Lady Godiva, where are you? I love me some Lady Godiva. Yeah, and again, we mentioned Indy Hartwell, the new women's tag team champions of NXT, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
That's
we got to
right.
see as well, plus the women's champion, Raquel Gonzalez. So big show coming up tonight right here on PWR Today. Tomorrow morning, we will talk about everything that happened on NXT, plus preview the aftermath of what happened at Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts was a big deal, and they're making their way to Double or Nothing at the end of the month. So,
yeah.
Okay. Well, we tried to make it a crisp and clean 20 minutes, Linda. We ran over by about 5-6 minutes. What are you going to do? So, all right. For Linda Kay, the man they call Meathead, we will talk to you tomorrow morning. So long, everyone.